Build on the stone. Minfilia has a final favor to ask of you. Let us set aside the matter of this Ascian until after we have completed our move to the Rising Stones. There is but one final favor I would ask of you before I depart. I believe I mentioned before that my father was a member of the Alamegan Resistance. The truth, however, is more complicated than that. As far as the Empire knew, he was their spy. He maintained the deceptions for nigh on half a decade, furnishing the Resistance with vital Imperial secrets while feeding his paymasters subtly conceived misinformation. When he died some 15 years ago, my father left behind his journal, which I have closely guarded ever since. It contains every shred of information he and his agents could steal on what they believe to be the single greatest threat to Eorzea, the Primals. His wisdom has guided me through the years. Though there is much within, I still do not understand. It is my hope that Urianger will fare better. Tell him to treat it with care. It is all I have left of my father. Please, before I reconsider, give my father's journal to Urianger. I thought thee departed. To what end dost thou linger? Warburton's journal. The legacy of Minfilia's father, who perished in the parade incident of 1562, when a Gubu broke free of its magical fetters and ran amok through the streets of Ul'dah, contains a wealth of stolen Imperial research on the Primals, as well as other information which has yet to be deciphered. Okay, so that parade wasn't something that you witnessed yourself. It was probably an echo thing. Again, like it's, been a long time since I've seen anything of 1.0. I've been sitting on a YouTube video that has like the entire like MSQ or whatever of 1.0 forever. It's just, it's a lot. It takes a while to get through. The father's final bequest. The daughter's lifelong labor. Okay. The father's final bequest, the daughter's lifelong labor. It is no small thing to surrender such a cherished memento. Well can I imagine the antecedent's pain. Upon mine honor, I shall spare no effort in the study of these materials, lest my lady's sacrifice be in vain. Lavenza, this is Minfilia. Forgive me, but I could wait no longer. I have departed for the Rising Stones. What? If you have yet to... Once you have given the journal to Urianger, I bid you come to the seventh heaven in Revenant's Toll. Tataru will be there to show you inside our new headquarters. Assuming you have already attuned to it, you may wish to make use of our new Aetheryte in Revenant's Toll. After all, it is right on our doorstep. That was very much like a poke or whatever at the whole Aetheryte debacle. Thou hast been summoned to the Rising Stones yet? Yes? Then keep not thy fellows waiting. And so this might actually be the last time we come to the Waking Sands for the MSQ. Oh, Lavenza, you're here. Good, good. We were all wondering when you'd show up. As I was just telling my restive receptionist here, I'm pleased to inform you that all the documents have been prepared and all signatures signed. The Rising Stones is officially yours. Splendid. From this day forward, I will spare no effort in seeing that it is as welcoming and comfortable a home for us as the Waking Sands ever was. That said, this is all somewhat intimidating, is it not? So many unfamiliar places and unfamiliar faces. Most of the men and women you see around you here in Revenant's Toll are adventurers who come and go as they wish. I dare say that should make it easier for you to go about your business here. And it shouldn't hurt that Lavenza here has already made something of a name for herself here. Isn't that so, Lavenza? Why, that's wonderful to hear. Rest assured that this receptionist will work just as hard to see that our efforts do not skip a beat despite the relocation. And with that, Lavenza, I do believe it's time you officially announced your presence to everyone inside. The antecedent and the others will surely be overjoyed to see you. I do like this location. It's cool, kind of in here, and it feels cozier to me than the Waking Sands. I did not realize the Scions had moved until I arrived in Vesper Bay. Thankfully, Urianger was kind enough to direct me here. I know I've only just joined, but if there's anything I can do to help, please let me know. Yeah, now these are going to start to be the characters that I recognize more. As you can see, our Charlian allies have furnished us with a wealth of new tomes. 'Twould be prudent for you to broaden your knowledge as well. As ravishing as ever, perhaps for old time's sake, she would... Gods, Lavenza, don't sneak up on me like that. I just walked, like, right up to you. We bards are an easily startled lot. Oh, you wish to help? That's very kind of you, but I can manage on my own. Besides, you should be out having grand adventures, not withering away here with me. Flamin's supposed to be older, obviously old enough to be an adoptive mother for Minfilia, and yet, you know, doesn't look a day over, like, 25, maybe 30. Maybe that's just how Makote aged, because I don't think there's really, like, an old Makote, an old-looking Makote in the game. Although I'm thinking the dude in Calusia, like the mayor there or something, he has kind of an older look to him. The horror. Oh, and this is the first we're meeting Hoary Boulder, isn't it? I love the smell of victory in the morning. It smells like sweat. No. Muntoy sauce. No. Victory. Yeah, victory. So here we are, completely independent and unquestionably neutral. Or at the least more so than before. Truth be told, I cannot say it feels that different. Of course, Yida begs to differ. Nobody else? Ah. Is it not wonderful, Lavenza? Nary a single presumptuous merchant has darkened our door. I know full well they will come in time, but for now let us enjoy the respite. No. Nothing? Yeah, this room is certainly more cozy than in the Waking Sands. Well, it is certainly spacious. The staff makes me think more of Papa Limo now than it does um, Louis Soir. Today marks a new beginning for the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. For today we declare our independence. We shall henceforth be beholden to no nation, but serve all of Eorzea's people proudly and openly. But this does not mean that we will sever our ties with the Eorzean alliance. On the contrary, the antecedent and I shall endeavor to strengthen them. Rest assured, however, that we shall not permit political considerations to influence our decisions. Our identity remains unchanged, as does our cause. We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and our single purpose is to safeguard the future of Eorzea. For Eorzea! A moment of your time, Lavenza. I would speak of Elidibus. Pardon the intrusion, my lady, but the matter which bringeth me will admit no delay. Mine every attempt to contact the students of Baldessian hath been met with silence. No one will respond? How odd. Allow me to try. No response. Surely they would not ignore us. They have never yet, my lady. I fear we must assume the worst. No, no, I will not believe it. An outpost, perhaps, but not their headquarters. Their wards are beyond circumvention. Had they come under attack, they would most certainly have raised the alarm. None could penetrate their sanctum unnoticed. But for those who lack the gift and the knowledge both, oh no. Contact their agents in the field at once. If aught has befallen the students of Baldessian, they may know of it. Though the thought of it pains me, until such time as we have evidence to the contrary, we can but assume the worst. Accordingly, we must needs seek another source of information on Elidibus. 'Tis possible that others in the homeland are possessed of such knowledge. Be fairly warned, however. They are unlike to yield it unconditionally. Do what you must. Yet another unforeseen and unwelcome development. What could be next, I wonder? A visit from a crimson-clad Ascian, perhaps? Or Ochre, or Puce? And which of our allies will then fall silent? For a time, I thought we had gained the upper hand. When you shattered the crystal of darkness and cast out La Habrea, I dared to hope that we had found a way to rid ourselves of the Ascian menace. But I was wrong. He endures, and may yet return. Upon that point, I have no doubt that Elizabeth spoke true. Yet there must be a way to destroy them utterly, a way to spare this world their unholy machinations. I dare not consider the alternative. So I was just thinking, so the students of Baldessian, that was like what happened to them was the whole story of Eureka, right? Which I don't even remember exactly what caused that whole thing. That may be something I'll have to redo eventually. If it's actually, I don't think you can in New Game Plus. I'll have to look into that. There are forces at work we do not understand, Lavenza. I discern them all. I discern them all around, in disturbances too great and too numerous to be dismissed as mere coincidence. Doubtless the paragons are involved, but how and to what end is far from clear. I know not what will come, but I do know that we will rise and meet it as one. Ah, my stalwart hero, your face is a picture of resolve. I know that you will be ready when the time comes. With luck, however, that will not be for a while yet. Pray return to your private affairs with my blessing. Should anything arise, you will be informed. Kryl, where are you? Yeah, when does Kryl come into the picture? I was actually surprised that she was mentioned earlier, like after, what was it, Castrum Century? Because I know certainly at that time I didn't know who Kryl was. Your intercession was not foretold. You object? We question. Our plans are in motion. Your intentions unclear. They survived the seventh ardor. Okay, so ardor is calamity, I assume. They survived the seventh ardor and are stronger now in the gift. Does that not intrigue you? No, it does not. Serve as you will, so too shall I. We labor not at cross purposes. The wisdom of his plan shall become apparent in time, and when the veil is lifted from their eyes, and at long last they see. Thank you all for watching. I've been having a great time going back through the story again, and I hope you have too. If so, please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to watch me live, you can find me on Twitch. The link is down below. Have a great one.